All right. Well, go by your first impression a lot of times. I've been doing this. I've been renting to people for 20 years, and I always can catch them. But the drug heads, they're always. You can always know You can always know who they are, because they live in shame. They hide in a corner. They like to have dark spaces. They don't like to open their windows. They just like to live in a little box. And when you try to talk to them, every time you talk to them, so they're used to dealing with other people like themselves, where they all gaslight each other and they have no logic, and they contradict themselves all the time. And another thing is, they'll hide in a corner. Let's say you go knock on their door and say, y'all need to leave. They all hide in a corner with their head down, like, we're not doing nothing. Then why are you hiding in a corner? Their body language, they cannot hide from their body language and their words. And so this is why they won't talk to you. They won't communicate, because they know if they communicate, you'll catch them, because they have no logic. The reason they don't want to communicate is because you'll see how dumb they really are. You'll see how easy it is to catch them. Just like the liberal Democrats are accusing the Republicans of the very thing they're doing. You know that about them. You don't even have to question that anymore. That's an absolute fact. That's learned. We've learned that just observing, It's obvious. It is obvious. They have certain behaviors and attitudes, and you can actually smell it on them most of the time. They get in your car and you can smell it. You say, well, that vape, you can smell that vape 1,000 miles away. And they said, oh, you can tell I've been vaping. Yeah, it's on your clothes. It's on your clothes, man. You smell like a puff of smoke or some kind of chemical. You smell like a chemical. And if it's in your clothes and in your lungs, it's coming out your pores too. And their eyes, they won't look you in the, when you're talking to them, they won't look you in the eye. They look away, because they know they're guilty of something. Especially if you rent to them. They always look away. I have no respect for them. I have zero respect. You show people grace, but there comes a point where you have to boot them to the curb, or evict them, or whatever you need to do to get them out of your world, because it's not going to be nothing but trouble. And God usually reveals it to you a little bit by little bit, and then when you're out, you've seen all the data points, and then when it's obvious, it's time for them to go, It's sad. It goes back to laziness. If they're dealing drugs, it's usually because they're lazy. Trying to make some money because they're just pure lazy.